So this is the D-Curve Lohtse, and we were hoping to do an on-snow review, but every time I took these goggles out and rode them and compared them against one another, and one of my favorite pairs, my Smith IO Mags, it just was pissing rain the last few weeks and just bad snow, and just the weather never really cooperated with outdoor filming. So here we are under pretty light on the table talking about the Lohtse, and it's from D-Curve. There's probably a joke or two there, but we'll pass on that. Especially now that Jimbo's gone. He helped me try these. There are a couple unique features about this. First off, if you just compare these two, look at the field of view. These are 145-degree field of view. It's massive. Then you have interchangeable straps. Not a quick change lens, kind of a bummer, but interchangeable foam. You can take the foam out, you can wash it, you can put it back on, replace it. You can get different straps if this strap color doesn't get you off. You're not married to it like you are for the most part with Smith and most every other goggle. And you've got a massive field of view. Now this lens, I believe it's rose. And they claim it's a NASA technology, and I will say this is the weirdest lens. It had the lenses are good in these two, but for this one it's just a little foggy. I just felt like, Jimbo said, it felt like a dream sequence from a soap opera at first when you put it on. There are situations where you don't feel that at all, and then there are situations where you're like, man, this is just weird. But when you put it on your face, it feels incredibly comfortable. This foam is great. I've never had a goggle like with this much width fit me this well. And you're wondering why I have my Smith Vantage here. Well, here's why. I want to put this on, kind of show you how it fits here. Now this is an expensive lens, but you can see something this big, I think it's like $199 or something like that, actually fit my face and integrated well with my goggles. And the field of view is pretty amazing. And I'm gonna do a little quick change here. Put on these goggles to just see the difference. And these fit a little better, but the top to bottom is almost the same, which is really interesting. Now I feel like I can see almost the same as what I'm seeing with these, which is interesting. I thought it would be different. Actually just doing a side-by-side comparison here. Oh, no, I can get a little more out of this. But there you have it there. Now, the one thing I wish they would do is make this quick change. It's not a terrible lens to get on and off, and I haven't tried it much because I only had one lens. And I think some of them might be actually interchangeable between goggles. But it's definitely not, I'm just already trying to get it off. It's not like this. And that's kind of the one thing I miss. And that's back on and on the mags. So one thing I would miss if I went with these goggles, but you can see they have little hooks here. And let me just put this lens up to you. Hang on. Why don't we do what we do up on the mountain? You can kind of see, I don't know if you can, camera probably won't pick up this fog, but It's very interesting. Now, I'm gonna try something real quick. I saw something on their site saying they're interchangeable. I want to see if these, and I don't know if this is made to fit this. It doesn't seem right. So we're gonna stop right there while I'm behind. I was worried about, you know, having two release systems, one on this side and one on this side, that there might be little areas where air would come through, like the old IOs, like the IO7s. They had areas where sometimes air would flow through and get your inside of your goggle cold, like if inside of your face by your goggle cold. This doesn't do that. You also have the silicone throughout this. I actually like that it's not quick release in the back. I've never really enjoyed this quick release that much. But, you know, being able to take this foam off, let me show you how these insert. It's much easier than the old pinch style where you try to pinch it in on the, you know how they used to have this kind of like pinch area. Let's see how we can get this in here. It's definitely some work, and it is not easy, and I think that's the one thing, that and this lens, I would not go. Definitely doable though, as you get used to it. And you know what? It's slow but easy and not frustrating. And I like that. I like this way better, but I like the fact that it's not frustrating and it wouldn't piss me off. Maybe on a hurried day, I'm like, you know, the weather's changing and there's powder and I have to change the lens and I forgot to do it at home. I might get a little frustrated, and I might get a little more snow coming down on the car, you know, as your car changing or something like that. I'd have to get inside the car, shut the door, and do the goggle quick change. Instead of with this, I just open the door, pop one out, pop it in, and it's back on. But all in all, this is a very comfortable, wide field of view goggle that I think could work for a wide variety of riders. And this is the Nuptse and the, oh geez, their names are hard for me. But this Lohtse is the most expensive, has the widest field of view, 145 compared to 133 and 133, and it's got some cool things going for it. So, you know, if a wide field of view, washable foam, interchangeable straps is a deal maker for you, then this non-quick release lens might not be a deal breaker.